Thank you so much for your time and interest and support in this issue. We really appreciate it. I'm going to read questions that have been received from the audience addressed to, and they'll all be addressed to both of you, so just take turns answering. Whoever wants to answer first, or if you want to fight over it, I can decide. Okay. First of all, I have some questions that members of the board of directors of Citizens for Riverview Park have put together. So I'll start with those, and I think this first one, maybe you've already done it, but we'd love to hear it again. The question number one, will you both please reaffirm that you are categorically opposed to residential development at City Farm?
Cross my heart and hope
I am categorically opposed to residential development of Riverview Farm Park.
Thank you. Can you hear them if they don't hold the mic? Is it working? Okay, great. Second question I have here is, what does, quote, mixed use, unquote, mean? What do you both think can be done to prevent other council members from pushing a mixed use designation to get residential development at City Farm? What steps could you take, and what steps would you recommend that we would take to counter the mixed use possibility?
Well, when I've been visiting with councilmen already, what I've tried to express to them is that mixed use is not going to work. And it's not going to work because people wanting homes on the river want a degree of exclusivity, a degree of privacy, and it's simply not going to be afforded them living right next door to a public park. It is not the way our city needs to go. Also, although some people have talked about how we have a need for up-rent housing in Newport News and how we need more luxury homes, and frankly, I think we do, this is not the right place for that. There's not enough land, there's not enough opportunity to put in a development like the city of Newport News needs.
How about the wonderful aroma from the sewage treatment plant?
That might be a factor too. But I think that by talking to people and getting to know them a little bit better, and I've been working on that since I was elected, we can resolve some of these issues. I don't believe that other council members have their heart in the wrong place necessarily. They just need to learn more about the issue, and I believe that they are convincible that this is the right thing to do. Another thing that people are legitimately concerned about is they're concerned about how much this park is going to cost, and they want to make sure that it makes sense financially. And I think that there are things we can do out at Riverview Farm Park to generate a little revenue, to help the park pay for itself. We've heard about things like, for example, kayak rentals and boat rentals and things like that. We've had several people talk to us about having a venue out there where you can have civic meetings and where you can have weddings and things like that. It's a beautiful place on the river for things like that. And there are opportunities, while keeping it apart, to be able to have a little bit of revenue coming into the city to where it pays for itself. And again, as we learn more about these things, I think people will change their minds on this. And I think we will come to a consensus, and I think that we are able to win this fight.
Thank you.
he's new, he's much more kind than I am.
You want me to repeat the question?
No, that's all right. I think we're going to have to fight to the bitter end, I really do. The voting box is the best place to be. There's going to be another election in 2 years, and in 4 years there will be one for mayor, because we don't have a mayor's vote right now, I can tell you that. And I know the person who's going to run. I know at least one that's going to run. I know several probably. But for me, what I'm going to say to that person is, if you're not on board with this group, you're not going to get my support, just as it is in this time. And so it speaks volumes. They're going to want your support. And you got to either pick Dave or you pick somebody else. Several developers, there are people on the council that have a lot to gain by some development out there. So you've just got to make sure that they take the kind of promise you just ask us to take, whoever is running. And don't believe, make sure they're really, as I told Dave, I would call him David if I ever saw that he was not doing what I thought he was doing. So if you hear me call him David, that's what the problem is. But no, it's going to be a bit of fight, and I think you have to, I saw that list that the old committee came up with, the City Farm Committee, and there's some wonderful suggestions on it, and some good revenue-producing suggestions on that list. How many of you have seen it? The one that John Nelson came up with? I think you need to get that out, get it out to all these members, let them see some of the ideas.
It is on our website. It's the, what's the name of the plan? The Denby something plan?
The Deep Creek Menchfield plan.
Deep Creek Menchfield plan, and it's on our website.
But you need to rename it.
Ah.
You need to say what it is. And because people wouldn't, I wouldn't go there to look at that, I'm not interested in that. But if it's Riverview Farm Park
Yes.
development and plans, that's, so you need to do that. You also need to every day, because it's on the Parks and Recreation website, and it's also on, what did he send me? The Historic Warwick Town, Facebook. They have a Facebook page that's updated daily about what's happening. They have the plans for that, so that needs to go up on your website as well. And the Facebook in particular, because they update it every day. But I think it's going to be a tough sell, because money is money. Money talks. I don't like to think that way, but that's what it is. And there are a lot of developers who want to get their hands on that. So
Thank
that's
you.
my answer.
Could you use the mic so it'd pick up better on the video?
Okay, if you all wouldn't mind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
Can I ask the audience a real quick question?
Sure.
Excuse me for going out of turn, but does everybody in here check the Citizens for Riverview Farm Park Facebook page? Because we've got a real good Facebook page, and we've been putting things on there like ideas, visions of what could be at the park, and we've gotten quite a bit of response on some of the things.
And we want you to add your ideas.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, this is a pertinent question that we've been asking City Council for a couple of years, actually. When will City Farm be designated as park by City Council? We've been pressing for an official resolution from City Council that the City Farm will remain a part of Riverview Farm Park for 2 years. Is that asking too much? We have
I don't think so at all.
6,500 signatures.
Right.
What I think you have to realize is that I asked Bert Bateman as his exit, and he always said he was for the farms, and I said, put your money where your mouth is and make a motion and bring it to a vote. You would leave your legacy of a good thing if you would do that, and he did not do it. What we've got to do is make sure we've got 4 votes before we, and I'll make the motion, you know. You can second it so it gets heard. And as I said, I know of one other that really wants it to be a park. That's as much as I can count on, but I know that the person who's one of the people planning to run for mayor, I think if they know that this is a big issue, they better get on board now, so far as I'm concerned. And I know 4 years doesn't sound like a long time. I mean, it does sound like a long time, but it really isn't when it comes to this. But what we need is assurance of 4 votes, and then I can make the motion, he can second it, and we go. So work on the people now. Will you vote for this if we put it to a vote? And that's going to be critical.
I'll be glad to second Pat's vote, Pat's motion. I don't know when we're going to be able to get this resolved. I'm hoping that people will see the light within the next couple of years. They realize this is an important issue to the voters. It was an important issue that came up at every single candidate forum during the last election. I urge you to keep up the pressure. It makes it easier for them to say yes to making this a park when they know that you're active. I would love to have this fight over with, but it sometimes takes a little bit of time to get things done. One of the things that Governor Northam used to say when he was running, and it's one of my favorite quotes, is if you can't change their minds, change the seats. Okay, so I agree with Pat that if we cannot change their minds in the next couple of years, we need to change their seats and get some new faces on council. Thank you.
Thank you. What's the next step in the process after the public hearing on the draft comprehensive plan? When will city council vote on the plan? Is that known yet? Will they vote that day? Will it be a month? Will it?
I think it's the next meeting. You have to do the public hearing first and then, I'm sorry.
You have to do the public hearing first, and then we vote on it after, the
So
next
2 weeks
meeting.
later?
I think 2 weeks later.
21st?
No, I'm sorry. It's the 14th where we'll hear. It's not, we don't have a meeting in August,
Okay,
so it will be September.
okay, great. So we should all be there for the vote, that'll happen in your private meeting before, for the open?
No, it has to be.
Has to be in the open.
It has to be an open meeting,
Okay.
yeah, but
So
it has to have.
Put
the
that
pub-
on your calendar.
It will be on 9/11, so if you can remember that day.
9/11.
9/11 is the day.
Oh, we don't have that many bodies. I hope we do have that many bodies down there.